Got it. Got it. Yeah.
And we on. Welcome everybody. Friday night, Sober Elitists. You know me, I'm Esso. Here with Sober, and we got the original panel tonight, man. We got Mr. Jim Flanagan, Hollywood in the house. Holly, how you doing tonight, Bob?
That's right. That's right. It's Friday night, and you know what? Unlike the other show, man, we actually come on the day that we're supposed to come on. Regardless, it was Thanksgiving last night. I'm still eating my Thanksgiving here, man. I don't know about you guys, but I'm good to go here. Esober Elitists live, 8:30 show Friday night. That's how we do it.
Yeah, it's
So,
minutes
and
late,
we're
whatever.
doing a full show.
Right, right. It's
We're
not
good.
a, it's not a 10-minute show, man.
Well, that was actually, I mean, I don't want to bring it up, but it was 6 minutes, and it was like Daly's family sitting on a couch. You know what I'm saying? Sober. I mean, did you see that little snippet he put out there just to say he didn't miss a show? I mean, is that like missing a show?
I think it's kind of like missing the show, but I just love how he had to still throw the pun out on me a little bit there. That was good shit. Even with
Listen,
his family there, he's like, bah!
boy, his little brother's a fucker, isn't he?
Yeah, little fuck.
Little
I don't
fucker.
know.
Drives him nuts. Guy gets after it. So listen, man, we're gonna do a show tonight. Um, we know we had the layoff. We had a week layoff from the playoffs and all that, and we don't really want to hammer the matchups. Everybody's already done that. We've done that. Throwdown's done that. I'm sure 239 tonight has done that. So we're not really gonna hammer that. We're just gonna we're gonna shoot the shit and see what comes up. Isn't that what we normally do?
That's what we used to do a lot. We started getting into a little bit of the breakdowns and shit, but we used to just come on here and just fucking talk shit, really.
It's kind of what we do, right?
No,
I
no
mean,
stats, no computer.
Yeah, fuck
no.
stats.
Do you guys know what I do when I do this show? I'm dead serious. I walk around my living room, right? I just walk back and forth, pace around my living room, and decide when I'm gonna go smoke a butt.
So
I
you
mute
won't-
the mic to do that. I might almost need one in a minute here.
Jesus
And,
Christ.
wait for my wife to come home and ruin the show, and somehow we get ratings, man. I don't know how we do it. But speaking of ratings, Holly, I was talking to Dom today. Well, we have a little merchandise thread. Okay, so anyone involved in the 239 merchandise
How many
is in
fucking
that thread.
threads do
Obviously, I am in every fucking thread you can imagine, and I'm over it. But this
Admin thread.
this is, oh yeah, yeah, we're in there. Yep, you name it, man. I'm in the captain's thread. Ask me how. I don't know. I see everything. So I'm in the merch thread, and that's where Dominator Silva, BTW, all those guys, they do all their work. Dom cashed out another $30 in profit today and put it in the old 239 account. Everyone is buying this merch up like wildfire, and I wanted to say thank you first of all to everybody for supporting 239. But personally, on a personal level, sober, they're crushing the elitist merchandise. They love it.
Can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong.
I mean, it's the old school like Run DMC logo that's doing it, I think. Or could it just be our charming personalities? Could be both.
Definitely not our
I think
personalities.
I think using the red attracts, man. It's like a bull,
Mm.
man. You know what I mean? You go and
It
south.
is like a
You
nice
know.
bullseye. Love it.
I did give Dom a
Um,
bunch of shit for fucking highlighting your name out of the fucking show. But
what, on the shirt?
yeah,
The new one?
yeah,
But yeah, see, we were gonna do that originally.
I know.
They didn't. There's
Yeah.
no. It's like it's not meant to highlight my name. It's meant to like separate our two. But there's no way to technically do that because we share letters, right?
Right.
So there's no way to do it.
Sharing
If you
is caring.
highlighted, yeah, ESO or E, maybe just the E. There's no way to do it. So it just flows like that. But I'm yet to pick up that merch. There's another piece of merch they threw out there that I'm in love with. The whole pad stacked thing. Did you see that one?
Oh fuck. Oh yeah.
There,
Yep.
there's a Get Pad Stack T-shirt, right? It's all in black in the Victoria's Secret pink colors, and it's goalie stacking his pads. Just says Get Pad Stacked with the 239 logo on the back. I'm gonna cop that one. So for all the shit ability stirred up with the pad stacking, some good's gonna come out of it. It's gonna make some money for the site.
I thought we were over that. No?
We're over it. Now we're celebrating it. We're over the disciplinary and bullshit and everybody getting mad part. Now it's just fun. And if you want to see the pad stack, you can join 245 live on Saturday nights. Bring in the pad stack to 245.
Pad stack to 245.
Yeah. Totally allowed there.
All right, who the
There's
hell
actually a
has their
whole bunch of
volume going?
merchandise, man. There's actually a whole bunch of merchandise on there tonight. I think like a special Thanksgiving. He threw like 3 or 4 out there, new ones.
I think he was trying to gear some stuff towards little kids, right? Because you know, I know Ability's got kids, Daly's got kids, DJ's got the kid, and they didn't have anything kid-sized. And these guys wanted to buy their kids little T-shirts, and they couldn't do that. I think Dom took care of that, and I think you can now. So anybody with kids
kid size.
wants to get involved.
I do love our shirt though. That's the last one that just came out.
Yeah, I gotta get that. So I always said like, oh man, I want to buy all this stuff, right? And like the problem is if I keep buying shirts and hoodies, my wife's gonna fucking kill me. I already have too many, so I think this is what I'm gonna do. Anything that comes out like a new 239 design, I think I'm gonna hit up the mugs because I got a 239 mug and it's awesome. So you know, maybe I'll get my pad stacked mug, my Dimitri mug, you know, my elitist mug, my throwdown mug, whatever else he decides to put out.
I just have the shit delivered to my work, so the wife never sees it.
That's smart. Yeah, yeah, that is smart.
Yeah,
As
I
I'm in
should
my
get mine.
239 hoodie.
I should get mine shipped to my parents' house.
See?
Stick it up there.
Yeah, but you eventually have to take it home. So what? You know, what's the point? You gotta hide it?
No, once it's at home.
No,
then
once
it's
it makes
fair
it to the drawer, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah. She don't go through the closet.
What do you do the old? Oh, this old thing? This old
right.
thing? No, I've had this.
That's
Yeah,
the total
I got
chick
this a
thing
couple
to do.
years
What
ago.
the fuck are you talking about? No, I say,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
got the
you-
fucking shirt. Don't you remember? I told you I was gonna order a shirt. And fucking, it came. Thanks for noticing.
Hey,
what the fuck?
Hey, back in the day, I used to have like 20 of the same shirt. She didn't find
still
out
have
later
them.
on. I'm like, wait, you got this? She thought it was the same one. I went, you know.
Jesus. Well, listen. I just want to say to everybody buying up the merch, man, the Throwdown merch, the Elitist merch, 239 merch, whether maybe you want to get some Ability merch, you know, the league loves it, man, and it's exactly what we had in mind. And honestly, we didn't think it would take off this well this soon. I mean, I think they've banked about 130 to 140 bucks for the site already. And just keep in mind how much that you have to sell to get that much when you literally make $2 to $3 maximum each item. That's a lot of sales, man. We hit the ground running off this thing.
Thank you to Daly's mom.
Yeah, man. Special thanks to Daly's mom who bought 15,000 Throwdown T-shirts. I think she literally got 8 for the whole family. I don't know if he posted them on the site, but he was posting them on all the threads. You know, a picture of the whole family in Thursday Throwdown shirts. Him with the belt. He's got it all now, man. He's rocking it.
Here's a question. So when his mom ordered all that shit, did she give him one?
No, he had to buy his own.
Because wouldn't that be fucking hilarious? Oh, here, son, here's your gift, you know. And he opens it up. He's like, "Oh, motherfucker, it's a Throwdown shirt." God damn it!
From what I understand, boys, is his mom has nothing better to do than spend money. That's just from what I understand. So she'll be a supporter of 239 as long as we're throwing merch out. So that's good news. Mama Daly taking care of the league. What else, man? What else we got on the docket tonight, Hollywood?
I like the new ones, man. I like he's got a Christmas one out, the Christmas sweater 239, and the Welcome to the Island one. That just I think went out today. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see
those.
those.
Those are
No
gonna
kidding.
do good, man. I think those are gonna be great, especially like the Christmas coming up and stuff. So, like the Christmas sweaters, back in the day that you would wear, like the old school.
Yeah,
And
it's
got the
ugly.
Like an
Christmas
ugly
nice.
sweater?
Looks great. Yeah.
Oh.
And then that.
Oh yeah, that is an ugly ass sweater though. That's fucking ugly.
Is it red?
Yes, and it says 239 hockey on it. So hey, fuck it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and hey, for people that are buying hoodies, we'll wrap this merch shit up shortly. For people who are buying hoodies, I got mine XL. I'm not a tall guy, you know. I'm like 5'8" on a good day. I'm ability sized, man. But anyways,
An
they
iPhone
do.
case?
They run
What
a
the
little.
fuck?
What?
There's an iPhone case now. Jesus, what the fuck? Now you gotta put an
Dominator
Android
Silva's
one
on
up there.
fire right
Jesus
now.
Christ. Motherfucker.
Yeah, nobody should own an Android though. Anyways,
Suck my balls.
so the hoodies they do run a little tight. Nothing crazy. I got an XL figuring it would be big and it would shrink. It actually fits me perfect right now. If I wash and dry this thing, I know it's going to shrink a little bit and that's going to irritate me. So I think what I'm going to do for this one is just wash it and maybe just air dry it, you know, hang it. Yeah, I don't so it doesn't shrink. It fits great right now.
That was my hardest thing about ordering a hoodie was all the hoodies that I've ever had fit me fine, like fucking length and shit, but the goddamn neck. As soon as it shrinks that little bit, all of a sudden it's like, holy fuck, you can't even get it over your fucking head.
What do you got, a big sausage neck?
Fuck yeah. Fucking making it work.
Well, maybe you get the 3XL hoodie then.
Oh,
If
Jesus
I'm gonna,
Christ.
because the next one I order is gonna be a 2X, so that I can shrink it. You know, I'm not a big guy, you know, but they're definitely a little. I like my shit baggy. So.
Well, and see, Agent said that they're running a little big. Was that like the T-shirts?
Well, he had the Esober hoodie, and he got a double X, and he said it was a little big. Agent's definitely a bigger dude than me in both ways. Like he's just bigger and he's taller. But even he said the double X Elitist hoodie was a little big on him, and he wore it on the throwdown, so I saw it did look a little big. I wonder if it shrunk up for him, you know.
Nah,
I don't know.
that's,
Everyone
that's,
likes
that's
it a
the
little different.
hardest time I have with hoodies too is they get short too. You know, like if they had a tall fucking option.
Yeah.
Hoodies you usually want to get one size bigger. I mean, you're usually wearing something underneath too, so I mean. You know.
Right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go double X on my future hoodie stuff, which I've never had to order a double X hoodie before. But again, they're really good quality too, man. They're warm as hell. I'm wearing one right now. I'm just gushing about the merchandise. All right, man. What do we got on the docket tonight? There was some shit earlier in the chat box this week with a guy named Schwartz. Maybe you guys know him because I don't. He must have been a Moose guy.
Yeah, he was a Moose guy, and I think
Okay.
LG also.
Okay. There was mixed reviews about the guy, and this is just shit I'm picking up from just listening. You know, I don't know anything about him. I'm not here to say.
All your fucking threads have to have something in it, right?
They do, but I can't break that sanctity on air. So, but they were good and bad. But I think the problem with him was he came in there kind of guns a-blazing, whether he meant to or not. You know, maybe he just kind of thought he was, you know, breaking the ice with making some remarks or something, and his sign-up was shittily written. And I think that's like one of the big things they had an issue with. But it was like his attitude as well. So like it was a double whammy, and we just came off a season where we had to rule one like 5 people, which we don't want, right? So they're being really on their guard about new signups, which is good because that's how leagues fold, right? You just too much shit. You know, we don't want that. So that's kind of what was going on.
Well, once you get a couple fucking seeds in the basket, you know, they fucking tend to fucking grow and fucking fester into other shit and turn other people into cocksuckers and.
So they acted quickly, and they made a decision, which was to temporarily say thanks, no thanks. You know, then they let it simmer for a little bit. They talked about it. They talked to him. Don't really care to say what was said, but they hashed it out, and I think he's going to play part-time this year. So having said that, supposedly this guy is a top talent. Let's call him a first-round talent. You know, he's going to be a part-timer, as far as I know. And it's always exciting, man, when you get like someone new coming to the league that people kind of know is really good. So last year we had no Regretskis. He was a rookie that some of us knew. We had Tom FTW. I mean, there's some guys that came kind of highly touted. And it's exciting to see where they go and what they do for teams when they get on them, because typically they go a little too late, right? Is that fair to say?
That's fair. It's one or the other. It's either late or it's way too fucking early.
Worked out for you. I mean, Lamp was one of those guys, and you grabbed him really early, but it worked. Annihilator didn't work so good.
That guy still gets mentioned. What the fuck?
That's Hollywood's boy.
Flanny, you love the anal thing.
Annihilator?
I'm just fucking with you. I just felt like calling him your boy. I gotta heat up this coffee. I'm not drinking tonight.
What? Huh? How the fuck do you do this show and not drink?
Because I told you when my wife gets home, man, we got to go to family house. So I got to drive because she's a raging alcoholic. So I got to make sure I'm good to go.
Oh yeah, that's
so I got to heat this coffee up.
I remember that show when she came in all stubbling and bubbling.
Ugh. Oh, I hate it. Boys and girls don't get married.
My wife's
but at any rate,
so fucking let her in a buck.
Nope. Holly, you got the night free tonight, man. You were able to make the show.
You sound surprised, man.
Yes. It's been a while.
I've always been working in the back, man.
Oh, okay.
Well, sometimes you got to work the front too. I guess a little lonely.
What do you think about this dude Schwartz, Holly?
You know what? I never heard like negative stuff about the guy, but I mean I haven't really followed the guy, you know, the whole time. I mean I seen him play here and there. Yeah, like a lot of guys say, he's a great player, man. He's definitely, you know, one of, you know, like a top guy. And usually, I mean, if he wasn't, I don't think people would have been even discussing, or this topic would have been about. I don't know what happened on his actual sign up, or what caused that. I was surprised when I heard about it, but you know, but yeah, like you said, you know, because of the cutoffs, like, you know, because people being, you know, thrown out, and especially guys that were thrown out from where he came from as well, that kind of, you know, that, you know, it just brings up a lot of red flags. But you know, I personally, I never had a problem with the guy, so that, or heard, or from some of the guys that are in the league that played with him. Really haven't told me any negative stuff. Maybe Sober knows more than I do.
Well, before you get into it, Sober, just Holly, just so you know, his sign up basically in a roundabout way said, listen, I play LG and I play Moose. I'm going to prioritize, you know, if I got games there, I'm going to play games there, so forth and so on. And he worded it in a way, he worded it shittily. So it kind of sounded like, yo, I'm going to play here full time, but I got these other leagues, so shit happens. That's kind of how like it came off. Not in so many words, just so that's kind of what set off the first flag. And then they, whatever. It kind of went from there, but they worked it all out now. But yeah, Sober, if you got any more info on this dude.
It's been a while since I played with him, but I played with him a bunch in the Moose, like in fucking club games and shits. I don't think I was ever on his team. He's a really good guy. He had some connection issues way back in the day, but then I don't know what happened. But God, here I go. I'm the fucking shit talker. His head blew up.
Connections. Hey, we heard about connections issues before.
Yeah, but his head got big. I want to say he did it in the 239 chat. Just like season 1 or some shit. He came in and he was making comments. How he's basically, you know, king shit. And yeah, don't know where that came from. That wasn't how he was in the Moose. So hopefully he reverted back to his earlier times. And the sign up thing, that sounds like a Drift King not necessarily with the other leagues and shit, but maybe more. I should use more like a Dom early seasons with Dom when he before we had the. Are you going to prioritize this league? Because I know Yam says that's always been there. It's been there saying, do you play in other leagues? But not, are you going to prioritize 239 over everything?
Yeah. How stupid am I, by the way? I muted the party when I wasn't looking, and I was like, what? Is anyone there? Oh, did I come through when I was saying that?
No. I was wondering because it went like that
talk.
silent there for a second. So fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm using this Elite controller and the paddles on the back. I must have hit one, and it must have did something and muted the party. I didn't realize it.
Since when do you use a Elite controller?
Since my buddy left it here, and I'm draining all the juice in his battery.
Ha. Yeah, the paddles take a long time to get used to. I don't even use the fucking paddles. I just could never get used to actually using them, but fuck, it makes a lot of sense in a couple of things, like for the hustle and shit. Use that instead of having to click on the left stick.
Yep. So what's the general consensus, Sober? Because I kind of lost it here. You said last thing I heard you say was his head got big. That's all I heard.
That's probably all everybody heard. His head got big. No, I just hope he goes back to the way he was early in his Mets career. He was a good guy, a good player. A fun guy to have in the parties. So I just hope it stays the same, status quo.
Yeah, and you know what? I actually heard that from a few people, more than one. So that's good news, and I'm glad that they kind of took a step back, caught their breath, did the right thing, and fixed it. Didn't just shit can somebody before they even got a chance. Swagger. We all know Swagger, man. He got his chance, and boy, did he ever run with it. He's pretty much one of the faces of the league, whether you like it or not, at this point.
You know what? I want to touch on that a little bit with Swagger. I was in a party with him the other night, and he loves hearing about second chances, how people deserve second chances and shit. Well, it's hard to give people second chances when you have a person like A-Tree that has had, I don't know, I'll just throw it out there, 5 chances, and somehow he keeps getting let back into these fucking leagues, and he's still a fucking douchebag. Me, honestly, I would say fuck him, and just move on. We have plenty of people. Fuck it. We don't need to bring in that. But
now, you and Holly are here right now, right?
Yeah.
Were you one of those guys? I'm asking because I generally don't.
With what? Swagger?
I don't know. No, you. Sober enough.
Me.
Were you one of those guys that needed a second chance? I heard a little stir shit about a different league. We're not going to bring it up. We're not really going to talk about it, but I heard you stirred some shit, and it didn't go well.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
What I'm asking is, but I mean, did that carry over here, in other words, is what I'm asking. I don't really want to talk about, whatever. I just want to talk about, did that carry over here? Like, was that where you were red flag at one point?
No. Well, I don't think I was. I
Maybe another league he was.
Well, definitely in my final season in that other league, I let it be known why I was leaving and wasn't going to come back. The one was to join 239, but at the time I didn't say, "Oh, hey, fuckers, I'm joining 239. Suck my ass." I didn't do any of that shit. I just fucking casually went along my business. I did my write-ups. I won a cup in the last season in that other league, but I let it be known I didn't like the direction that league was going, and I bounced.
Okay,
and
so
my last write-up,
my
last write-up, the final words was mic drop, and I'm out.
So when it came to coming over here, the guys here didn't have to comb you over with a.
No, I was not.
Look for lice and shit.
I was not on the how do you say the you bat an eye in the wrong direction and you're out. I was not.
Okay.
In that.
Yeah.
I was not in that at all.
We've had some of those guys here sign up in the past 3-4 seasons.
The only negative thing I heard, Sober, the only thing, not in 239, but when you did come through here, there was a lot of talk. They said that you were trying to take some guys from the other place into 239 with you, and
Yep.
that's what I heard.
Yep.
You know.
So the moose, and I'll air it. I don't really give a fuck. The Moose banned me because they thought I was recruiting players to come here, i.e., Kayla and a couple other people. One, I didn't go on their website and post fucking come to 239 because it's better than the Moose. I didn't do that shit. That was another person. Actually, another two people that are in this league. I stayed out of that. I told 4 people about 239, and that was it. I didn't say leave the Moose, come here. I didn't say any of that shit. I just said this is what I'm doing. Like fuck, you know.
What do you think? So I'll change the gears up a little bit here.
Word.
Season 6 signups are out. Obviously, we were touching on it with Schwartz, who already signed up and all that. There's a new thing, and everybody should know about it by now, with the captaincy. Okay, so in years past, they left it open-ended question: are you willing to captain here in 239? And a lot of people would click yes. Then when it came time to become captain, a lot of people would go, "Oh, I was chosen. Well, come to think of it, I think I'm just gonna play." And then so it leaves the admin team like scrambling. Not necessarily scrambling because we had plenty of willing captains.
Yeah, the one season didn't we have like fucking 25 willing captains or something fucking ungodly?
That was that was going into this season. So what they did now, they changed it. They changed the literature, the wording, if you will. They changed it to say, "Listen, motherfucker, if you click yes and we say, yes, we'd like you, you're in." There's no, well, and
that's
one of the questions you had, Sober, pretty much, one of the things you were talking about earlier, Sober, you were like, "Oh, I'm willing to do it if you really need me."
Yep.
Well, there's no option.
Yep.
It's either yes or no.
Yep.
So, like, if you click yes, but you kind of want to be toward the end of the list, in my opinion, that's kind of what the admins are going to do. If you throw them that information, like privately, if you say, "Yeah, I'll do it, but use me as kind of like a last option type thing," they'll probably put you toward the end of the list. But you know how the admins work. If they really like you and they want you to captain, they'll just lie to you, and they'll say, "You're going to be a captain." So that's what I'm saying. Like, Sober, in your case, if you really didn't want to, I'd click no. But if you
I did
are willing to,
I did click no. But
okay.
I let it be known to a couple of people that if the thing arised where a captain was in need of, I would do it. As long as somebody came to me and said, "Hey, are you still willing to be a captain?" Not just go, "You're a captain," without saying shit to me. So, in theory, I would love not to be a captain again. Maybe for just this next season. But I'm not going to say, okay, if the league needs one more captain for some god-awful reason, I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean? So I click no because that's what I want. But, there's that time where, say, they come down to the wire and, oh my god, we got a fucking shit ton of signups again, and they already have a selection of 10 or 12 captains, and last day, we need a captain. If they come to me and say, "Hey, are you willing to be a captain?" I'd say yes.
So you fucked it up.
How did I fuck it up?
I mean, Holly, do you hear this?
I said no. I clicked no. I clicked no, motherfucker.
I hear what he's saying.
I hear what
he's
saying too.
You know how they have emergency goal? You should put emergency captain.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But no, I like the whole concept. What they're doing with this shit, because I'll bring a scenario like, let's say from past seasons where someone wanted to be captain, and So they sign up for captain, and then they say, "Oh shit, D Mart's captain, X Daly's captain. Oh fuck that, I'm not being captain." You know what I mean? Or they'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
"Wait, Legion's captain? Oh shit, I want a captain. You know, I don't want him to pick me or something." So they'll jump on captaincy. So either way, and this way, you want to sign up captain. That's I like that. And there usually is a lot of interest. So
Yeah.
I think we've had a hard time trying to find captains. And
No.
and this way, it's either yes or no. So it's not like, yeah, you know what, I don't know, I might, what I mean. It's either yes or no, and that's it. There's no
Well, that's what they
gray
want to
area.
avoid too, and they're pretty smart. They're gonna see, and they try. I think I'm pretty sure they've done it in the past, but now they're really cognizant of it. They want parity. They always want parity. So they're not gonna go, okay, Daly, you're a captain. D Mart, you're a captain. Stealth Luca D, you're a captain, and then it's gonna be like, and then like 8 more or 9 more, like 3/4 round skill level player captains.
Peaceful Bob.
They're not going to do that. That's what I'm saying. So like, uh, I think they're going to be really smart about it, as long as they have the numbers and the willing captains, which I'm sure they will. You're always going to get one of those guys like an X Daily or a D Mart, who's a really good talent that gets to draft a team. And in my opinion, they get a leg up. But they don't always win, do they?
Nope.
Nope.
Hey, look what Ability's doing this season. Huh?
Yep, that's my point. Yep. Hell, man, Marty McFly. I don't think Marty's a first rounder, and I think Marty will tell you the same thing. I captained. I'm not a first rounder. I was, but I shouldn't be. But I was. But you know what I'm saying? That's my whole point. Like, so the talent spread out.
I think True Therapy's a first rounder.
Yeah, when he's on his game, he is a first rounder. There's no doubt about it. This year was an
game.
off year for him. Yeah, that's the thing. It was a bad year for him to captain, to be honest. It was too much work, and unfortunately for him, it's not something he could have foreseen either. His job's kind of like that, where, hey, fucker, we need you for 2 weeks, and it's like, fuck, and it's too much money, and you can't turn it down. So
yeah, no, I remember one season we signed up as part time, but he could have went full time. So he was like, "Well,
yep,
man, this season ain't full time." So he was probably like, "Shit, I should go." You know what I mean? So yeah, it's tough, man. When you got something like that, no control, man. So obviously he wants to play. You know what I mean?
Since we're talking about the sign up sheets, the one request that I would have, is the whole preferred position thing. So how it asks you, what is your preferred position, right? And you can only select one. Well, say for instance me, I play wing. I could play either wing. I don't technically have a preference between the two. But if I put right wing preferred, like I did this season, right, or for this next sign up, so the captains are going to see that and go, oh, Silver wants to play right wing. So say like a D-Mart. I'm just throwing this out there as a fucking thing. He plays right wing. There's no fucking way I get drafted by D-Mart to play right wing when he plays right wing. But I'm willing to play left wing, right? Like I don't have a preference. I wish you could select two for preferred. Or say instead of listing each individual position, say center, wing, D, goalie. So you're not pigeonholed to one side. Like I just prefer to play wing. Don't care which wing.
Yeah, I get you.
Just, that I just, because a lot of people in this league know me as a left wing now, right? Well, maybe
I think we had to twist you around to get you to play right wing a few times, and it worked on that team.
In 18, I like right wing, but
yeah, okay. So that's something to think about too going forward.
I hear I hear your argument on that. So, I mean, it does make a point. I know when I was captain, and I'm looking at the draft board. You know what I mean? I tend to look at the preferred position, and like you mentioned about DMart, or let's say I drafted already a right wing. Now you're
No.
still on the draft board, and he might be better than some of the other, but the other guy has left wing preferred, and that's a spot I need to fill in. Sometimes they might take that guy over someone like you just because you had right wing. So I mean, I see the point there.
Yep.
It does happen in the draft pool during drafts. Absolutely. I mean, I seen it happen to myself even. So, but yeah.
No,
That's what it
I can
is.
see like the refused spot. Saying I will not play on the left side of the ice. I won't do it. I can see that, right? The the preferred one I think could be definitely it's just center because you have to prefer center. I mean, if you say oh I can play center, well you're probably not a fucking center, right?
Right. I agree.
Yeah. So I would rather have it just center wing D because there's some D man that play both sides of the ice too that play well. Take Odd. He says his strong side is right D, but he typically plays left D.
Well, he did last year, but this year he's been playing right because he's got Brick on left.
Right, but he didn't have
Right.
Brick all season.
No, but I mean, Brick, it was only
Right.
3 series,
Right.
right? So 3 series, as you know.
But I'm just
as
saying,
you know better
I
than
think,
anybody.
I think either that or you got to allow 2 preferred positions. Although it sounds really fucked up saying that you want to prefer 2 positions, but
Yeah, I mean, some leagues have it where you sign up on the sign up says you put your primary and your secondary. And that's what you would put, So you just list what's your primary and what's your secondary position. So you list the 2 positions. Some didn't even have like a willing or thing. It was just like primary, secondary. If you don't get drafted by those, let's say you go like late, then you got to fill that spot. You know what I mean? Or go to the waivers. You know what I mean? But it would be like primary and secondary, yeah. But I mean, I see his point on that. Like I said, it does. It's not supposed, but like when as a captain looking at a draft board, like who's left on the draft board. And you have to fill that one spot. You're more than likely to take that preferred spot.
That makes sense. Speaking of positions and stuff, Flanny, I know you saw it. The new scoreboard update that Pixel did.
Oh God, man. Sure. I mean, I woke up in the morning, I see like the Twitter message then, and then I go on there and like Rocks fucking updated. I mean now, talk about like before we were amazed like how the scoreboard was. You look at it now, I mean you pretty much go to any team, any player, and like it brings up the stats. It's freaking unbelievable, man.
Every player in the league has their own individual page now. So, and you can search it, which you couldn't do before, and like you should have seen the size of everyone's boners back in the admin thread and shit. They were like, "Oh my god, search!" Like, it's really a cool feature, and one that this league's hasn't had. Right? They never had that, the player search and with their own special page and shit.
So
Right there, it shows you their preferred positions. It shows you their stats. And by the way, Rock told me that he's in the process. He's already scraped from season 0 all the way to 3. He just has to get season 4 from Hugh Laurie. I think they're working on that right now. So all the stats, you'll have career stats shortly, and that it'll break it down. Regular season, playoffs, win percentage, everything you want to see, it's going to be there on your own player page. It'd be great.
No, it is great. I mean, we're talking about like season 6 draft and everything. As a captain, this is great. I mean, I wish we had this when I was a captain. Go to a player, boom, and like brings up the whole stats there, and it just makes drafting that much easier, that much less of a fail. Now you don't draft well. I mean, the stats are there, man. So so great job to Rock, and he got it up.
Yeah, definitely
At the right time, man.
No doubt.
It's not even Christmas yet.
I know, and he's got more shit coming. Just so you know, like this guy he's always doing shit, and the stuff is. I could never imagine, but it takes time, and the season's not even over, and he's got this thing rolled out. He's gonna have more draft page stuff rolled out, I'm pretty sure. That's next on the docket. If it's not ready, then Sniper can still run like he did last time. Snipe always does a good job with that. The draft board, like we had for the show last year. 37 in a row messaged. He wants me to. He still goes, "Let's hear your Flanny."
Oh, you gotta do it. You gotta do it with Flanny.
He likes when I do. He likes when I do your voice, man. He loves it.
So
Flanny,
I came Flanny, just talk a little bit, Flanny, and then Eso will just take over for him.
No. I wish you guys were there last season. We played for Old Dad Special, man. Cortez, man, has made a big name for himself now. The guy would do songs, man, as we're in the warm-ups or whatever. Like, he busts out the guitar and right there, and then we had Joe Stowe in there. Those were great, man. I wish we had the Twitch, the streams on those, man. Those are some classic parties.
Oh man, but I mean, yeah, I came on here the week after Del Park, Flanny. And I was still a little hot about that Giants thing. I was a little hot about it, and I came on here and I gave it to you. And it was like fucking Flanny feeding me shit information. And I did your voice, take the Giants, man. It's a guarantee, 3.5 points, blah blah. I did the whole thing, and people loved it. They were like, "Holy shit, you sounded just like him." The fuck?
Do it again. Well,
maybe I'll hit it before the
you can't
show's
promote
over.
that shit. You gotta fucking do it now.
Well, it's already been done. It's archived, uploaded by Hollywood himself to iTunes. He does it every week. It's there. It's, all that stuff's there. All the good stuff.
Yeah,
Then like the following, the fucking Giants beat the Chiefs.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
I mean,
my cousin
I was
went
watching,
fucking mental yesterday over that. He was mental because he was in an elimination pool.
I was watching our Twitch feed here. We had 17 viewers. As soon as you said you weren't going to do it, it dropped down to 12.
I didn't say I wasn't going to do it. I just said maybe
You're
I'll hit you
fighting the
before the
fucking
show's
topic,
over.
so fucking do it. or are you going to do the send-off?
Anyways.
Do the send-off in Flanny's voice. That'd be great.
All right, man. I'll hit you with something. We can't plan this stuff. It's going to be organic.
No, it's not organic. We don't plan shit here anyways. We just fucking babble.
That's what we do. But people love it, man. They love it. 12/17 on a Friday that we don't advertise. I like it. Flanny, you mentioned Cortez, right?
Yeah.
And we were talking a little bit before the show, and you were mentioning something about maybe doing something like a radio show in the future on Mondays. Now, I don't know if you meant like, with Cortez and all those guys, would that replace kind of what they're doing now with playing the threes and doing the 2-3 nights a night? And like, what would the change up be?
Well, right now, I mean, it's just an idea tossed around. No change, yeah. But it wouldn't be a replacement to what those guys do. Cosmic and Cortez do a great job. I mean, they come on Mondays. They're actually on schedule as opposed to some other shows, but they come on there. But it's no way to it's no way to replace anybody. No, it was just to I had an idea where. I'm thinking like how are you gonna separate the show from the other shows and make this one stand out? And also I saw like a lot of the stuff that Cosmic and Cortez have already been doing on the show, and I wanted to incorporate where you got your Thursday shows, you got your Thursday Throwdown, you got the video show there on Hangouts, the whole panel on there is great. Then you got this on Friday with the Xbox. I think it's great because you get a lot of guests on here and stuff, you get Sober on here, so it's great on Fridays. And I'm like, how can we do Monday, make it a bit different from the other ones? And I was like, why not do the online radio? It's something that that was done in the past. And I thought was great.
You're talking about Black
and
Hawk.
What they do with Cortez now, and because they do a lot of music in the beginning before they come on the show or after, or he does a lot of advertisements here and there, and that's something you could do with an online radio show. You pretty much got the switchboard there. You could get live callers call in, and so something I tossed to Cortez, but it was like before the holidays and all. Me and him have a lot of stuff that we're doing with the series of the week, the top plays. When he comes back, those are going up. We got like 3 videos of those. But that was definitely I just tossed an idea there to him, and he liked what it sounded, but we didn't get into like all detail yet about it.
No, I hear you, and that's something that I know that they wanted to be. They wanted to have their own thing, and they're doing their own thing, and they want it to be different, right? They don't want it to follow any other format that the other shows currently have. So, something to think about. Throw around ideas. Those guys are pretty creative, so I'm sure they'll.
What's great about that, like hosting, like especially like like how we host here, you got to be on the Xbox and stuff, or you do Throwdown, you got to be on the Hangout video. Well, on the radio, you could be on the computer, you could be on Skype, or you could be on your phone driving from work and do the show. So that's one thing. Like it's very flexible, and I thought especially a guy like Cortez with a tough schedule sometimes. Sometimes he comes in a little bit late and everything. That would work out.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. Well, Sober, my wife's not home yet, man.
Oh.
So far, I'm in the clear.
Yeah, I haven't heard your mic.
I told these guys.
I haven't heard the birds.
Here comes the crickets. Here comes the crickets.
No.
Door open.
No. Oh, no, I was coming in. I was already outside. See, I was stealth-like. You didn't even know. It's more stealth than Luca D. I told these guys before we went on the air, I got to go to some families tonight, so if my wife gets home from work early, I might just leave the show. But, I mean, hell, show's almost quitting time anyways. It looks like I made it through the whole thing.
Yeah,
Lucky for you.
Fucking, wife comes up and quit.
You don't get it, man. You don't get it. The funny thing is like she's so easy. She lets me do whatever I want, but like she needs to walk in the door and talk my ear off for 20 minutes. If she doesn't get to do that, then I don't get my peace and tranquility. You know what I'm saying? So like I got to give her that, and then I'm free.
You had to train her and right at the beginning. If you trained her right at the beginning, you wouldn't have that issue. See,
I did.
Me,
she's a woman.
Doing the show.
You understand?
She's
Sorry,
upstairs.
ladies in the league.
She's upstairs.
It's a fact.
She knows can't fucking come down here. Door is shut. Dog can't come down here. Fuck it. And now she's not.
You gotta understand, though.
Talk all that shit. Though.
She doesn't. She doesn't respect the video game radio show. That's all I'm saying. She doesn't respect.
My wife hates fucking hockey. She hates fucking hockey. So anything hockey related, like it, even if I'm just watching the Wild, right? She fucking freaks out. But God forbid I do a fucking radio show about the hockey. Oh my God, you're doing a radio show. But, hey, she's
from Minnesota. She hates hockey.
Yeah, can you believe that shit?
What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Right? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Oh, by the way, they won in a shootout tonight. That was kind of fun.
Good for them.
See, my wife when she walks in, I got the headset on. Every time I got the headset, she always thinks I'm doing a show, some kind of show.
Yeah.
Sometimes I might just be playing OTP. I'm like,
you have to.
You could come in. So she comes in there. Yeah, she always walks in. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," back. But I'm like, "No, I'm just playing OTP."
You've been doing this shit for fucking. I mean, now the one thing that will never, ever, ever be allowed by me is to do like a fucking skit at a fucking grocery store or fucking play with my Johnson at a pool. That shit will never. She'll be like, she'll shut that shit down immediately. that won't be able to happen.
Yeah, I always hear that from my wife. I mean, so I got thrown in the pool and I don't know how to swim and I'm fucking struggling in there, and then so she's dying. She's like crying, she's watching the video, but
Oh my God, fucking.
It is what it is.
A fucking Goofy J with his fucking little bro, fucking taking a Sharpie and making all that shit all over his face. That was good times. Fucking get pad stacked. Get stat stacked.
Oh boy. Well, listen, man. If there's anything else you guys want to touch on,
well, I updated the. I don't know if you guys noticed. I updated the YouTube channel. On there, if you go on there now, it's got a whole new banner on top. So it says 239 Hockey. It's got some graphics on there. It's got the Twitter and the Facebook link, and then also on the videos. If you watch any of the videos, at the end of the video has like the whole subscribe, other videos on there. So just some new additions I threw on there in the videos. And like I mentioned, top 10 is done. Just waiting on the voiceover. Series of the week. We got 2 for week 7. We got Hut Heroes against Put It In, and Hut Heroes against Seven Toes, Seven Tays. They're all edited. Cortez comes back. We'll have those up for you guys.
And there's a picture floating around, Agent, whenever you want it.
Picture
There
what?
is.
Wait, what I miss?
Oh, never mind. It's over your head.
The Seven Toes, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's a thing.
It's definitely a thing. Yeah, I didn't think it was a thing, but it's...
So, if you need a
thing.
team pick, I got one for you, bud.
Yeah, he should be using this. Listen, man. I'm pretty much wrapped here. I'm pretty much good to go. If you guys got anything else you want to say, parting words?
I'm getting pumped for the drunk puck. Fuck.
Okay. It is Friday night. I don't have to work tomorrow, so I plan on rocking a little bit tonight.
Ah, you're gonna go
See
play
who's on.
fucking your goddamn fucking hut fucking bullshit. Fucking.
That won't be till later, though. I will do that, but not till later on.
You did it last week right after the show, you fuck.
Well, there's cards out that I had to get, so that was different. I had to get those. So, and
Well,
no
so
offense.
far-
I just-
So far, I got Tomahawk and Dom. So far.
Tom and Dom.
Yep, Tom and Dom.
Okay.
Which means
All
we'll
right.
actually have an actual goalie for fucking God's sakes. Holy shit.
Does that mean Kayla's not far behind?
Oh, I'm sure they're. Hold on, I'll check. Let's do the. Remember, like the Valcor farming watch. I'll do a Dom watch. Let's see if Dom's in a party.
God, where is Valcor at, man?
Dom is not in a fucking party. And scroll down. Let's see here if Val's. Oh no, Valcor found a new
he's
game.
playing Madden.
He found a new game.
Wow.
Ultimate
for
team
him.
in Madden. Jesus.
Wow, good for Val.
There's some talks that Valcor was a Hanzo.
Yeah, right.
Really?
Valcor couldn't do.
Wait a minute.
So last week
I
you brought
get-
up you brought up the whole
Yeah.
giant thing, man. Then you got this whole thread going. Marty McFly's posting polls. You had time to get Stevens getting emo at me, man. What's going on?
Well, listen, man. So that thread, just so you know, for anybody that doesn't know, Marty literally put that up there to troll Steven. That's exactly what he did.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So because it all started, like, I don't know how we got started on it. We were playing games, a bunch of games one night, and Steven was in there, and Mac North started in on him going, "Hey, Steve, could you do me a favor and bump my player rating up?" He's like, "What the fuck are you talking?" You know how he gets. "What the fuck are you talking about? You're a fucking idiot." And like he kept going on about it, and then Mac just wrote him all fucking night long, and you know how Steve gets. So Marty was in there, right? And then Marty puts the poll up, and Marty tells everybody to vote for Steven just to piss him off. And it worked. No, man, but
I did do that.
oh yeah, I heard it. So Val, that's interesting.
Yeah, you know why the Twitter things dropped down this season? Valcor's not playing this season, is he?
No, he's not.
He's spending too much time on his farm. I mean,
Is Val the type of guy to do that though? Does he get the graphics knowledge and shit? Like, because whoever Hansel is, man, he's pretty crafty with the graphics and shit. I'll tell you one thing. He does a great job of not letting anyone know who the fuck he is. You ever talk to him? Like, if you ever message him or whatever, like, whether it be for player cards or whatever, he talks like a robot almost. It's almost like you're asking Siri questions. So he
Well,
does
that's
a
how
good
Hanzo
job.
is, though. But Hanzo, when you speak to him, like he's like all professional about it. You know, what I mean, he's not like he won't say like if you get a response from him on Twitter or whatever, like he won't misspell stuff like daily. So you could throw daily off there. But
Yeah, you could
he's
immediately
he's
take
very
Daly off the list.
Ah,
Yeah.
there's spell
like
check.
he's
There's spell check for
the
anything
way that he
nowadays.
responds, though. Yeah, well, but
Daly
no, I
assures
just
me that it's not him. He assures me that. So I believe him. I believe him. But man, I was on the Giant thing, and actually, Holly, for a while, I was on the U train. U and Giant. I'm not sure if I'm ready to get
no,
off that train yet.
I could see where that would come from. I mean, definitely. But um, with the
What
whole
is Giant
graphics
up to
thing, I mean,
nowadays?
well, here's the thing, man. Like he had a kid first, right? He had his daughter, and when that came, I mean, like you should see Giant. Like when Giant's gotta watch the kid right there, like he's sweating bullets. Like I mean, he's like fucking, you know. Now he's got the second kid. I can't picture it, man. You know what I mean? Like like when they all come to the parties and everything, he'll have his kid and everything. He'll carry her for like a couple seconds, like, oh, he's like, oh, baby cakes, take her. You know what I mean? Like, and then now with the second one, oh man, it must be crazy. But no, I love Giant. But that's what it is. It's just commitment to that. A newborn is it's hard to handle, especially when it's the second one, and then But no, he'll. I mean, he's a guy that loves the media, loves doing that. He won't even play in the league, and he'll do the media. But it's just time. I mean,
Maybe someday he'll be
it's
back. Maybe someday.
yeah. Never say never, man. Never say
Never
never.
say never.
Maybe
Because he was
after those
entertaining.
holidays. Maybe after those holidays are over,
Hey, we
little
could
less
get him on
stress
for
after
a
that,
10-minute special guest appearance. Just come in here.
That would be great, man.
Yeah.
That would be
Drop some bombs.
fantastic. I would advertise the shit out of that too because he's got a lot of fans. He's got a lot of fans that like to hear him talk. So that would definitely be fun. Maybe you could put the bug in his ear, Holly.
When I posted that Giant is Hanzo, man, Drug Monkey's one of the guys like, no way, man.
Yeah.
With that big LOL on there.
Oh,
Speaking about
Drug does a
graphics,
good-
you were talking
good
about
Giant
graphics before I forget.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead. Go on.
I was just saying,
So-
Drug Monkey does a good Giant voice.
Does he?
Does that shit. Yeah, he does that shit right off.
That's what you do. That's what you do. So say Giant's coming in next week, and you get Drug Monkey come on, and you don't even tell him.
Just pretend he's Giant.
You're gonna
pull
be
it
me,
off?
and then he's gonna be Giant. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
You can say Flay. Giant
It's the Flame show again.
You know how they had back in the day, Razor Ramon and Diesel came in there. So you have like be
I love it. But what were you before we wrap it up? You were about to say something about graphics.
Yeah, about graphics, because you mentioned about Hanzo, about graphics. One guy that's been on the site just recently, Kuzi. Kuzi, and I don't know how much you guys know, Rye guy, whatever. He played, I think, like season 1 here in 239, but a guy that a lot of guys know in the past. He's actually a guy that helps me with a lot of the graphics. Like you see like the scoreboards on there when I do the scores, the playoff, that bracket thing. He did all that. I mean, I don't want to take credit for that. I mean, he made the graphics on there. I just edit it. He gives me like the main photo, but he's a very talented graphic guy. But him too. What happened with him? He got married. He got the kid, and then
And nobody shit on him
so it's
for
like
working for EA for a while.
No, I came on the forum. I'm like, what did I say, man? I said one of Giant's lines. He thought I was pointing it to him, but I wasn't, because his name is Chris too. And then when Giant was on EA on the phone, the guy's name was Chris too. I'm like, Chris, you're starting to piss me off, But no, but Kuzi's a great guy, man. He's if you guys ever need a graphic or something, I mean, this guy is very talented, man.
Cool, man. Yeah, I saw him in the chat box the other day. I didn't know if he was a new sign-up or if he was just popping in to say hello or what. He seemed cool.
Kuzi's old school. He's old school. He's the only guy that I ever played with that fell asleep during a fucking series. He got too stoned.
I mean, I think
we
the older timers.
Then we did a whole
that.
video on that, man.
That was a thing.
The McGillis of the world, they can all respect us.
No, he's not. He's not that old. He's
No, I know,
a younger
but
cat age-wise. But
hey, people get tired, man.
He actually came to one of the Del Park meetings, man. When we had that Del Park back in the day, and he came from what was it, Toronto or somewhere? And he came all the way down. I think he stayed with Giant the weekend in there. Yeah.
I would love to do that again, man.
Everybody
That was a good
stays
time.
with Gam. Jesus.
It's funny, man. Yam never lets us stay. He's always like, "Yeah, man, get that hotel." All right, man. But that's okay. I don't want to stay in people's houses, anyways, man. You stink up their bathroom, and it's no good. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you just gotta let.
Give me
it
my
fuck,
privacy.
You know?
Snoring and shit. You know,
Dude,
who
look at
knows?
this.
I probably
The show's
snore.
almost over. We have more viewers now than we did all night. What the fuck is that all about?
It's because they're fucking asleep. They're just realizing it's on now. Oh, fuck,
Popped up
Friday,
to
it's
21.
Elitist
Jesus.
time, man. Yeah. Listen,
They're waiting for the
I'm
Hollywood
about
voice,
to
man.
I'm about to sign off for the night. So I don't know, man, that's all I
why are you
got.
leaving?
The thing I always did are you tired of winning? I'm not tired of winning. 239hockey.net. You know, I always used to go into that thing, man. That's my favorite video still to this day. So that's it, man. That's all I got.
You're making me
That's all I
want to
got for
bring
the
out the
week.
green screen again, man.
Yeah, where's
What's
the
that
green
shit?
screen?
It's in the closet.
Well, what the fuck, man? That one you did, man, with that was the line that killed me. The X Daily. You think you're bad? You ain't bad. You might be bad at this game, but you ain't bad.
I'm bad.
hey, it worked though, man. It worked.
Yeah. The Hollywood Blondes.
Hey,
This is what
everything
I do.
we
I
did
pick
that
winners.
season, man.
That was good
I pick
shit.
winners. Yeah. Season 1, Season 2, no different. That was good shit. All right, fellas, man. Yeah, I hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving and enjoys their hopefully long weekend here. And we'll be back at it again next week. By this time next week, man, shit's gonna be decided. Round 1 will be over. So, we'll
Hey,
see if
all
the
I gotta say,
predictions are right.
that's all I gotta say. Playoffs, man. Was it 2-3 days for the playoffs?
Yep.
You know, I saw X Daly out there with his belt, with his family, his brother Joe, John, the other uncle from wherever, all wearing the throwdown shirts, man. They had the title. But you know what? The playoffs are starting, man. The playoffs are starting, and I think X Daly's getting overconfident there, man. I think he's getting very overconfident. We saw what happened when he led into this draft when he won the belt last season. Now he's got it, man. I don't know. If I was playing on that, putting it in, man. You know, he might be getting too overconfident. Watch out, D-Mart. D-Mart's coming to town, man. Round 1.
I'm
calling it right here,
for
man.
another week.
Pirates over Puddin in round 1 in the series of the week.
Did you? I'm just curious. Did you pick them in the regular season series as well?
The regular season?
Yeah, like when you were predicting
I
who was
didn't
going to win that one.
I didn't do a prediction that time.
Oh,
man.
but in your head.
I think you guys.
mean,
I think
like
you
when
guys just came off like with the trades and stuff or something like that.
It
right?
was his first series with Luka. Yeah, and they lost.
Yeah, man.
But that's okay, man. Nobody remembers that. Everybody has revisionist history around here. You know, they get boners over names on sheets of paper, man. We got to play the games. We'll see what happens.
And
That's
so
all
you're
I'm
talking
saying.
about how you don't fucking talk about shit that was in the admin thread and blah blah blah. You mentioned earlier about dicks. There's a lot of dick talk in the admin thread, or
That's all they talk about. Yeah. That's it. It's like they actually get mad if they have to talk about league-related stuff, and then they just fight. And
Well, no.
When
See,
they're not fighting,
they
yeah,
just started a new
talk about
thread.
dicks.
Get the merchandise going.
Hashtag buy our merch. All right, guys. Well, I'm
Hey, you
going to
got
play some drunk
iPhone cases. You got all this. You know why not, man?
Yeah, man. Put that last plug in right before you cut the Twitch stream off. Get that in.
fucking drunk puck.